All right, hang on. I'm going to clap again for you.
Rolling, take one.
All right, Brian, so introduce yourself and tell us, your title of the organization.
Very good. My name is Brian Shelley. I am one of the race directors for the Get Your Air and Gear Boston event.
Perfect. And then sort of bring us back to the first time you heard of the organization, what drew you to it, and how did you sort of get involved?
So the reason I got involved was about 3 years ago, my brother-in-law was diagnosed with colon cancer in his early 30s. And he thankfully is okay. He went through quite a bit of treatment and surgery, but he's okay. And we're a pretty physically fit family, so we had looked into what type of race was out there to raise awareness and money for colon cancer, and we didn't find one until we stumbled across the Colon Cancer Coalition and the Get Your Air and Gear events. There was not one in Boston. The national organization wanted one in Boston, but needed individuals to step up and volunteer to put the race together. And so, along with Caitlin Gamby, we created Get Your Air and Gear Boston. And we are now on our completion of our 3rd year and moving into our 4th year.
Cool. Let's cut.
Director for the Get Your Air and Gear event in Boston. The reason I got involved in the event is my brother-in-law, Ed, in his early 30s was diagnosed with colon cancer. And thankfully he's fine. He had quite a bit of treatment and surgery, but he came out the other side well, and he's healthy and still doing his thing and working out and working and so forth. We're a pretty healthy family, and so we had looked for a race or some sort of event where we could raise money and awareness for colon cancer. The thought of my sister not having her husband was really something that concerned me, and my niece and my nephews growing up without a dad scared me. So we wanted to raise awareness for colon cancer, and so folks could understand that they need to be screened and that they shouldn't be scared about it. So we reached out to the national organization of the Colon Cancer Coalition. We realized that they wanted to do a race in Boston but hadn't been able to find volunteers to step up and create the race. So a little over 3 years ago, Caitlin Gamby and I came together to bring the race to Boston. We've completed our 3rd year. We've raised over $250,000, which we've donated to 3 separate organizations in the Boston area. And we're excited to now step upon our 4th year and continue to raise awareness for colon cancer and for the folks that are suffering with the disease.
Good.
Take 3.
Ready to clap.
Clap.
The fact that I had to think about my sister and my nephews having the rest of their lives without their husband and father really scared me, and that's why I stepped up to volunteer and bring Get Your Air and Gear to Boston.
Great, so tell us a little bit more about the specific organizations that are supported by Get Your Air and Gear.
So we have 3 organizations that we support. The first organization that we support is the Massachusetts League of Community Health Centers. This is an organization that works with all of the community health centers across the state of Massachusetts, from Western Mass all the way to Provincetown. These organizations support a population that is in need of help, a population that may have some barriers to screening and treatment. And so we donated money to them in our 1st year, and they created the Colon Cancer Awareness Program for the Mass League of Community Health Centers and the health centers that belong to that organization. And so the money has been used across the state for different health centers for treatment, for transportation to treatment, and for the ability to get screened. The purchasing of PrEP kits for a population that may not be able to afford them, or have to think about, do I pay for the PrEP kit or do I buy my groceries? And so that subset of the organization that is sometimes missed, this program is taking care of that. The second organization that we sponsor is the Cancer Support Community out of Norwell, Massachusetts. This is an organization that creates support groups for folks suffering from many types of cancer. But specifically for us, they are supporting a large group of folks that are suffering with colon cancer. And they have programs like support groups, yoga, stress management, and just overall general support. They also are affiliated with the South Shore VNA, so they have a screening program with that organization to make sure folks understand that getting screened is important. If you catch this cancer early enough, you can beat it. And a lot of people miss the opportunity to get that colon cancer because of the stigma behind it, but it's important that we make noise about it and we get folks to understand that they need to be screened. The third organization that we funded this past year is the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless. This is an organization that's located right in the heart of Boston. It's an organization that helps with the homeless population, helping them off the street, getting them transitioned and matriculated back into society. And we've donated money to this organization to get those folks screened as well, because those folks are obviously important as well. So one of the biggest barriers to screening for a homeless population is, where do you do the PrEP? Certainly you cannot do the PrEP on the street. And so the program has not only funded the PrEPs, funded a safe, clean atmosphere for these folks to prep for the colonoscopy as well as recover for the colonoscopy, transportation to the colonoscopy, and the support services that are provided by the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless.
Cool.
Good job.
That's,
Yeah, sure.
hold on.
Nice house.
Oh my god, this camera's so beautiful. It like hurts.
I know, right?
Is it yours or theirs?
It's his.
Oh, that's mine.
Alright,
Ready for the clap?
ready for it.
So Brian, can you tell us a little bit about the aspirational side of things? You know, where you want to see this race, what goals you want it to accomplish down the road?
Absolutely. So the goals for me for this race is clearly to raise more and more money every single year so that we can get the message out that getting screened and getting screened early is important. I think my goals for the race would be more people, more funds, and hopefully being asked to leave the location we're at because we're too big someday. I would love to have to close roads at some point to put this race on. It's been a long road for 3 years. Our first race had a phenomenal turnout, and every year after that they've been great. We've raised a ton of money, and it's going to good causes. And really the goal is to get more folks screened and get people to talk about colon cancer and get people to not pay attention to getting a colonoscopy. And so my goal is to, again, get more people involved, raise more money, and in the end get more people screened so that if there is an issue, it gets caught early and they can beat it. It's a very beatable cancer if you catch it early.
I love it.
Let's kill it.
What's the stat? Isn't it the second largest? Second
It's the number 2 cancer.
number 2
Cut that mic.
cancer. As you may know, colon cancer is the number 2 killer among cancers in the United States. And you wouldn't know that by some of the races and benefits that go on across the country. And so what we want to do is we want to bring more attention to colon cancer. We want it to be talked about at Thanksgiving and talked about at dinner parties. We don't want it to be ignored because it is the number 2 killer. And we want folks to get screened. We want folks to be healthy, eat healthy, exercise, and beat the disease if they do, unfortunately, get diagnosed with it.
I like it.
Great. Cut.
Cut.
Alright, we got a lot of stuff. Is there...
Or both, so like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright, rolling?
Rolling audio. Ready for the clap?
Yep, take 6.
I get my rearing gear from my brother-in-law, from my grandfather, and from my aunt, who have passed away. Oh no, do that again.
Go
My
for it.
brother-in-law
Keep rolling.
didn't pass
Yeah, but
away.
it sounded. Oh.
He's still alive. I just went through that.
But I like that. It
I've been
sounds very like
affected.
call
Okay.
to action.
Yeah, okay.
You're whenever you're going.
I get my rearing gear from my brother-in-law who beat colon cancer. I get my rearing gear from my grandfather and my aunt, who unfortunately did not. Please join us in 2014 at DCR Mother's Rest for the 4th annual Get Your Rearing Gear event in Boston.
And now just say the last sentence by itself. Please join us for the.
Okay. Please join us for Get Your Rearing Gear, Boston, fall 2014.
Cool.
Do that again.
Yeah, say the location.
Say the location then.
Just the location?
No,
that
included
whole
in that.
sentence.
Join us at.
Okay. Join us at DCR Mother's Rest for the fall. Oh,
It's alright.
No, what did you say before? Please come, or please join.
okay. We still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Please join us for the 2014 Get Your Rearing Gear event at DCR's Mother's Rest.
Great. I'm happy with that. We got a lot of coverage.
Anything else you want to add?
Take 7,
Ready
clap
for
it.
the clap?
One of the most important things about Boston Get Your Rearing Gear and the Colon Cancer Coalition is that 70% of the money stays in the local community to empower folks to get screened and to take care of the folks that are suffering from colon cancer.
I think it was good. Do it one more time.
Keep rolling.
Promote
Less
prevention.
folks.
Promote prevention and early detection. Okay. One of the great things about the Colon Cancer Coalition and the Boston Get Your Rearing Gear event is that 75% of the money stays in the local community. The money is used to empower local communities for prevention. I can't memorize it. Promote prevention and early detection. Okay. We want to empower local communities to promote prevention and early detection of colon cancer.
One more time.
The Boston Get Your Rearing Gear event mission is to promote prevention and early detection of colon cancer.
Great. That was way smoother. The
Should
first
we
time.
get it, one of him just reading it, looking at his phone? Because
Yeah, you
use
can
the
just
audio
read
and
it,
not-
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
Absolutely.
smart. You're smart.
Well, if we
Read that
decide not
whole-
to use the footage, we
So
can
why
use
don't
the
I-
audio.
Paragraph.
Yeah, you can use the. I'll read the mission and vision.
All right. You want to cut that real quick, Mike?
Yeah.
And then we'll restart it.
Alright.
No clap for this one.